Hello there. One here. Just sitting in my serenity spot. Not happy today. Today is a day where we all have cause to be sad. This morning I couldn't sleep as usual, as per my medication. Scrolling on my phone, and across the screen came a video that said bombs are falling in Iraq. And I read the post. I said, this has got to be fake. This can't be real. So I waited until 5 a.m. and I turned on the TV for the regular news. And sure enough, there it was. We're at war with Iraq. I wasn't going to have anything to say today because I was just thinking about some things. But I had to get on and have something to say. For my military families, so husbands, the wives, the children, because I've been there before. I was a military wife for 20 years. I lived at Ellsworth Air Force Base with my first husband for 2 years. That's why I have no problem being alone, because I had to be alone. If my husband had to go out on maneuvers or some kind of a mission or whatever, then I had no choice. The base commander and the government ruled my house. And if you're a military person, you know about that. All of my older children, my first set of 4 kids, they're military kids. And I'm sad today. We all can be sad today. We have a reason to be sad today because we don't know where any of this is going. I remember my husband was in the Vietnam War. He later, after he did his 4 years, his first 4 years, he re-enlisted. I was so angry with him, I didn't know what to do. How can you do 4 years and then go back and sign up for some more years? But he said he felt a duty to his country. And so, being his wife, what could I do? He, when he re-enlisted, after he had gotten out, he signed up again. And most of the time, he was stationed on the military side of O'Hare Airport, where it was an Air Force base there. A lot of people didn't know that, where the president dignitaries from other countries come in. Anyway, I know how it is being a military family. I remember when my oldest son, one time, he had caught the flu or something. And anyway, one of his lungs had partially collapsed. I was in a frenzy. I was only 20 something, a young 20, maybe 25. I don't even know. Anyway, I didn't know what to do. So at this time, I think my husband I believe he was in Spain, I believe, somewhere. Anyway, I had called for the base commander, little on me by myself, to see if my husband could come home because the hospital didn't know what was going to happen to our little son. If he was going to make it because he had a collapsed lung. They didn't bite their tongue. They were like, no, he can't come home. He's on a mission. I didn't understand that, being young. Here, your child might die and you can't come home? Nope. They asked me, did I need anything? They would send me some extra money if I needed it. That was all. Then I remember another time, some of you that live in Chicago or the surrounding area may remember years and years ago, I think it was in the 80s, I believe, yeah. when that DC-10 plane crashed near O'Hare somewhere. Well, my husband was out there picking up pieces of bodies because they put them on a detail out there. And some emergency had arisen at home, and I had called the base commander to see if he could come home for a few hours. No, he's on a mission. He's picking up bodies out there in the fields, legs, and over here, a head over there somewhere. Oh, I was just devastated. I can't even imagine families that have children or had children that gave their lives for this America that we have now. It's not the same America. And my heart is bleeding today. Just thinking, all of my sons and my grandsons, they're too old for any draft right now. But there are parents whose children, some of them straight out of high school, signed up for the military or whatever. My heart aches for these families. My prayers and my love goes out to these families because we're at the mercy of whatever when we're a military family. You can't plan for anything unless you have your leave time already approved. And if it's something serious and your person had leave time approved, well, it's canceled. You couldn't go on vacation when you wanted to, nothing. Family reunion, no. Unless you had some approved leave time that you could use. And again, if something came up, it was canceled. I'm sure now, today, everything is canceled. It just flashed over my TV a few minutes ago that the Supreme Person, Khomeini, out there earlier today, some of his cohorts were killed in the bombings, but they just flashed over the TV a while ago that now he's been killed. They're trying to substantiate it, but they said he's been killed. So what does that mean? We're all on a high alert right now. Mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, my prayers are with you. My ex-husband, in his last couple of years in the Air Force, he was in the 126th Air Refueling Wing. And for those of you that don't know, that's the unit that fuels airplanes, refuels them while they're flying at 40,000 feet from one plane to the other. That's what he did. And before he went in, he was afraid of heights. I was up on a ladder painting our second story house. He was scared to come up on the ladder, but here he is laying in the belly of a plane, refueling another plane. But this is what he did. He loved his job. He loved his country. I wouldn't want to live in another country before now, with what we have here now. But my prayers are with you. If you know any military families, especially those that have youngsters that are in the military now, my heart goes out to the veterans too. Really, really, really. Because this is triggering for them. They're back here and they still don't have anything. A lot of them, and they gave their lives for their country. They fought in Vietnam and all these other places. My dad was in World War II, and he was over there in Germany or somewhere, I don't even know. And I had got hit by a car, and they wouldn't let him come home, and I was almost dead in the hospital. He couldn't come home. No. They let him write me a letter. That's all I got of my dad. I didn't see him probably till 2 years after. So I don't know how it is now. But I know it's got to be a scary time for so many. I just almost wish I could go to the VA hospital and just hug as many of those wounded veterans as I could. I have one son-in-law whose father was also in the Air Force, and they lived on a base in Paris. My son-in-law was born in Paris. And I have another son-in-law who was in Afghanistan and wherever the other extreme ruler that they assassinated. I can't think of his name right now. My son-in-law was there picking up bodies, and so I've been very attached. You know, all my whole life. An uncle that fought in Vietnam came back injured, and they didn't want to give him anything. So families, stick together with your loved ones today. Give a little extra love, extra hug, or call somebody that you know whose child could be impacted by this. Just do that. Let's just spread the love. It doesn't hurt. You see all this chaos all around us, all around the world. Can we each just spread a little love? Wani here. We're just going to say a prayer this evening and spread love. Bye bye now.